the beginning scriptures. I opened up with Romans 13 and 11, saying it's high time to wake out of sleep, for your salvation is at hand, more than you have believed. So therefore, if our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, if the master he comes and you sleep on the job, what happens? If you go to your boss right now and he gives you a schedule and you got to be to work at that schedule, and he comes in to check on you to see if you're working and you sleeping, what do you think he gonna do? Is he gonna suspend you? Is he gonna fire you? That's grounds for termination, because that's if you're paid to work and you found sleeping, I mean they pay you to sleep. So that's a breach of contract, so that's grounds for termination. But in this case, if you sleep, the termination is you being put to death. Judgment comes and you being put to death, and the termination is your life is terminated. Verse 37. And what I say unto you, I say until all, watch. So all is given the opportunity to watch, but only the elect is going to watch. Only the servants that the Most High have woken up, they're going to be the ones that's going to watch. They're going to be the ones that look out for prophecy to take place. Seeing the things that's going to be happening upon the earth, they're going to be the ones that's doing that. Next scripture I want to get into. 1 second. Because it takes a lot to understand what's going on, so you know what you're watching for. There's a lot of prophecies that's going to be happening throughout the earth to let everybody know what is supposed to be looked at, what we're supposed to be looking for. Looking for a specific scripture. Alright, here we go. This is Habakkuk, and I'm going to start at verse 2 and 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the towers, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. Standing upon our watch is going out doing the work, and the Most High, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, Bahar Shem Rakakadash, you will be led what to do. And that's not just talking about now, but in the day of the Lord's wrath. When shit kicks off, and the Most High are going to lead his servants to safety by way of the Holy Spirit. Verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the visions and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So what is going to be spoken in the end? The prophecies. Prophecies are going to be spoken at the end, so you know the times you're in. See, prophecy is the major part of what's going on. People think that, oh man, all these hurricane seasons is getting worse and worse. Oh man, it's crazy that the people down in Venezuela don't have food to eat. Oh man, all these other nations that are losing their foundation financially, and they don't have food to feed themselves. They're cutting back government assistance programs and aid and assistance to the natural public. They're cutting your check even lower. See, all these things are happening. Why are they happening? They're happening because they're prophecy. These things are things that's going to be taking place, that has to take place. You're going to look up and you ain't going to have no work. You're not going to have no job. No use of an alarm clock. Because you won't have no job to show up to. And the country that we stand in and live in here, which is Babylon, which is America, aka Babylon, the state of confusion, the city of confusion, that has to happen because this nation is in debt. This corporation is in debt. And they're gonna file Chapter 11. It's crazy because that's what corporations do when they don't have the financial and capital to back their corporation anymore. They file for what, Chapter 11, if I believe, bankruptcy. Well, this nation we live in, the currency that we currently utilize as our current exchange is only worth, I believe, 4%. That means anytime you spend $1, you only got 4 pennies worth of buying power. That's why everything costs so damn much. It's inflation. And hyperinflation takes place. So this place is in serious debt. That's the prophecy that lets you know the downfall in this place is at hand. How do you know that? You look at the times in the past. Let's look at the Roman Empire. It is well documented that the Roman Empire started to have certain things happen to the empire to let you know that empire was on its way down and out. First, starting with the fact that they were putting a lot of money into their military, which the United States is doing. They didn't have money to build. They started to lose their finances, and they started to be divided within their house, which goes on right now, which are Republicans and Democrats, and they started to what? Started to lose their infrastructure. And America has a weak infrastructure now. Those are signs that let you know the Roman Empire is on its way down and on its way out. And the revived Roman Empire, which is America, you're on your way out. And you're suffering from the same things that took place in the Roman Empire. See, the thing about it is, you people are sleeping, you don't understand it, so you don't even deal with it. And the more they tell you, because there are financial experts out there that's letting you know that there's going to be an economic collapse. The money system that's put in place is going to crash, and your currency is not going to be worth. Your currency is not going to be worth the money that it's even printed on. And they're gonna implement a new system when that takes place. Once the economy completely collapsed, they're gonna have an answer for you, which is the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. They're gonna implement that, and they're gonna have a goodie bag for you. Take this goodie bag, but you gotta take this chip to receive the goods that are in the goodie bag. And that can be just giving you back the resources that you already had. Might be just to give you back government assistance. Oh, take this chip so you won't lose your retirement. Or take this chip so you can be able to work. You can be able to sell. You can be able to buy and purchase things. Just the natural abilities that you have right now, they're going to be stripped from you, and they're going to dangle that carrot, that goodie bag over your head to just continue on having the same things that you are able to have right now. They're going to give you that, but you got to take the chip for it. So you got to prepare then. It's time to go off the grid when that happens, baby. It's time to get off the grid. Move below the system. Don't join up to the system. Don't take that chip. So back in Habakkuk verse 2, verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." Tarry means like basically it means that stop, like basically, or slow down and stop. It's tarrying right now. It's slowly coming. You know, it's taking time, real long time, but it ain't gonna tarry. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna come. Verse 4, it says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith." So who's that soul that's talking about? That's talking about the so-called white man. His soul is not upright in him. He lives and pushes an abominable lifestyle upon the public. He allowed all abominable things to take place in society. He actually pushes it. Brothers and sisters, to bear with me, because I'm right here downtown, so it's I'm always keep getting this train going by every 15 minutes or so. Trains don't go by. That ain't nothing but just part of the confusion that goes on. But the point I'm bringing out, the fact is, the so-called white man, you Edomites, your soul's not lifted up right within you, which is why you allow homosexuals to marry. You allow them to exist, first of all. You let them go around for I don't know how many years, and then you went ahead and enhanced their lifestyle and gave them the benefits of getting married. Now they can legally join unions in a marriage when a marriage is consistent of a male and female unite, join unto one another. You can't join another screw unto another screw. You need a male and a female screw and bolt, and you marry it together and you join it and they're fastened and straight. And that's right. You don't see that in the natural habitat. You don't see natural animals, male animals getting with male animals, females getting with female animals. That doesn't take place. So naturally, a man and a woman are supposed to be together. Not man and woman and woman, but the so-called white man with his abominable wicked self, he pushes it so that you can have that in this society. If you so-called partake in that. Not only that, he makes all the unclean things be the most cheapest things for the people to purchase, and as far as food goes. And then all the clean things, he makes the clean things more expensive. He just pushes wickedness. He's abominable him damn self. So therefore, in his society, he's gonna push that. So his soul's not lifted up right within him. But it says, but the just shall live by faith. So the elect is gonna live by the faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and repent for the things that they may fall in circumstance too. They may fall subject to going off because of this devil put something in the food you don't know that's in there. So we gotta have faith, because this devil is putting our people in all kind of tricks, all kind of snares. That's just what he does. Verse 5, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And that wine that he transgressed with is his philosophies, his democracy. All the philosophy that he pushes out on people, his so-called democracy, all his wicked laws, everything that he pushes out to make you think is right. His doctrines that he pushes out on our people, all these different religions and all these different doctrines that he pushes out there from his theological institutions, so-called Bible schools that he teaches, all that stuff. That's part of it. All that stuff. That's his wine. That's how he got our people drunk. And what happens when you get drunk? You get drunk, shortly after that, you fall asleep. And that's why our people are to spiritually sleep. Because he's got our people drinking that wine, getting our people intoxicated with lies. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. He doesn't keep at home. Why? He in every nation's backyard but his own. He's setting up his embassies and his military bases. They're all across different countries. He all over in another country telling them that they need democracy over there. They need to take this person out of power. What the hell are you doing in trying to take Bashir Assad out of power? And he's the ruler of Syria. Why are you over there? Why are you over there bombing? You over there sending out your militia groups, your infiltrated infiltrated their country by setting up these ISIS and Al Qaeda, all these fake boogeymen, all these different rebel groups that you've trained, and you got them out there, and they're supposed to be like, they're basically supposed to be those people's people, but yet they're over there to start different shit with the government that's in power over there, that's in control of that country. You setting up them terrorist attacks. It's a false flag attack. That's what you're doing. You over there gas those people. You gassed up those people and blamed it on Assad, like he did it. And he going to war trying to fight your rebel group, while the people over there thinking that they're going over there trying to help these people, but it's your group that you over there supposed to be trying to fight, but you really trying to fight Ashar's people. You trying to take him out of power, so you can get him out of power, so you can put your puppet leader in, so that puppet leader can do what? Carry out agendas that benefit you. That's how you a proud man, and you never keep it home. You don't even deal with the problems that goes on in this country, but yet you in another country trying to get them democracy. Read verse 5 again. It says, yea, also because he is transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desires as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heaped unto him all people. And that's what you do. You want to take control and be leaders of all people. That's what you want. That's why you do that. That's why you in other countries. That's why you out there in their land, trying to bound them by chains, their leaders by chains, and demonize them to their public. So their public will think that their leaders are no good, and they'll want them to come out of power, so you can put who you want in power. See, the Most High guy is, you pegged. So-called white man, you pegged. You pegged for wickedness, and you're gonna be pegged for judgment. You're gonna have to receive of that judgment because you're worthy of that judgment. Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that has increased that which is not his. You increase the things that are not belonging unto you, which is another. Let's start with the fact that you've taken people's heritage, you've taken people's nationalities, placed it on your back, and stripped them of who they are. You strip the Hebrew Israelites of who they really are, and you put your false names on their backs, and got them calling themselves what you called them after you conquered them. This is what you do. This is the work of the so-called white man. It says, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. How long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay? And that thick clay comes from the Hebrew word. The thick clay comes from the Hebrew word abatya, which means debt. It clearly tells you that you're going to be in thick clay. Abatya, that is debt. And when you look at the so-called white man and his power structure, what is he doing? He's girding up his military to protect this land. He wants to protect the United States. Why does he beef up the military and let all other parts of government suffer? He does that because he knows that other countries are developing nuclear weapons. Other countries are developing power. And the reason why they're developing power is because now they got nuclear weapons. So if they got nuclear weapons, you got nuclear weapons, why are they to fear you? You might have the best military, but if you got the best military, what does that matter when another country has a nuke bomb just like you? They ain't got to go hand-to-hand combat with you. They just gonna hot nuke you. That's what they, and the United States knows that. You know that these other nations, you know that these other nations that are your opposition, your opposing nations want to shoot missiles on you. So that's why you putting all your money, all the military money is going into what? It's going into your military defense system. So you can defend this country from other countries shooting nuclear missiles on you. And when you're doing that, what are you doing? You're putting your nation in debt because you're not spreading out. Well, first of all, they don't make and manufacture anything from the United States anymore. Everything is imported into this country. So therefore, if you're importing everything and you're not exporting anything, you're not generating revenues. You're not generating you're not building up any capital. You're not generating no revenues to build up capital so that your country can sustain itself. Everything is being imported in. You're a buyer. You're not a seller. So therefore, you're not going to have anything. And the money that you keep borrowing and keep getting yourself in debt to build up your military is to save your ass, but your ass ain't gonna be saved from 200 million missiles. It's impossible for you to be saved from that. What is that? That is swift and total judgment. And it's coming on this nation. And you know all these other nations, even your allied nations, even nations that are at peace with you, they're gonna turn and they're gonna shoot missiles on you. Because you are to be destroyed. It's prophesied in the Bible, and we're just waiting for it to come into fruition and existence. This scripture I don't really get into. As a so-called white man, you have to go down. You have to go down. That just has to happen. It's prophesied that way. It has to happen that way. Because the Most High said it. So this is Psalms 75, and I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. So, the so-called white man is in power right now. You've been put up for the power seat, but he's going to put you down, and once he puts you down, he's going to set up the rulers that's going to come after you, which we know that's the Hebrew Israelites. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept out the Apocrypha. All right, this is second Esdras. I'm gonna start at 6th chapter. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth it? So that's the question. That's the same question that the disciples asked Yahushua. What's going to be the times? Or how do we know the times we're going to be in when you're going to come back and deliver us into the kingdom of heaven? They want to know the same thing. So Esdras is asking the same thing. See how the consistency of the scriptures? And I have adopted that word. I've adopted the word of consistency in the scriptures. That phrase right there. The scriptures are consisting with one another. See, people say the Bible, it conflicts. You know, it contradicts itself. The Bible don't contradict itself. The Bible lines up in full consistency. The contradiction is you don't have the understanding of it. You weren't given that portion to have the full understanding of the scriptures. So therefore, certain things are going to conflict with one another because you don't know what precepts go with what to put the full puzzle together. Because the scriptures are a puzzle. The scriptures are coded. You don't know how to decode it, so you can have understanding of it. That's only given to his servants. That's only given to the prophets. That's only given to the men of the Lord. It tells you that in Amos. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it right quick. We're about reading scriptures up here, so we might as well get that. It's Amos 3 and 7. It says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And the servants, the prophets, have the secrets. So they're the ones that can decode the scriptures. So who do you go for to get the understanding? You got to go out to the highways and byways, and you have to sit in front of men that are out there teaching. Not just any men, the right men that are teaching the scriptures in truth and sincerity. That's how you're going to get the Bible decoded to you. That's how you have the understanding. And that's another way you can learn the times you're in. So back in 2nd Esdras, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, for Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, hey, going back into Psalms. So Jacob is Esau is the end of this world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So when we get into what Psalms is saying, we can identify what's going on. So back in Psalms 75:7 it says, "But the Most High is the judge. He put it down one." So Second Ezra said Esau's the end of this world. So you Edomites, we're talking about in the rulership. You Edomites are ruling now. You're going to be put down because you're the end of this world. And set it up another. And Ezra said, hey, Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Jacob's rulership is going to follow after the ending of Esau's rulership. So we can just put, I'm going to read this in the understanding of what the scripture is talking about. It says, "But the Most High is the judge. He put it down Esau and he set it up Jacob." You can easily put that in there, not added to the word, but the understanding of the scriptures. When you fully understand the scriptures, you know who's he putting down and who's he setting up. Verse 8, it says, "For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red, and it is full of mixture, and he poureth out the same. But the dregs thereof all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them." So when we do a recap, in the recap, the scriptures are saying that you Edomites don't have power right now, but the Most High set you up. But at the end of this world, meaning in the end of this rulership, into this the power seat that you're sitting in, you can be brought down, and then the Israelites are going to be put in the power seat. They're going to be raised up, and then when they raised up, there's going to be a cup, and in that cup there's a mixture of wine of wine, which is red. That wine represents slavery. The redness of the cup represents how much or how bad that slavery is going to be. And the scripture said that, and the dregs thereof you shall wring them out. So let's get the full understanding of that. So in the kingdom, because the scriptures tell you that that the wicked is gonna pour out the dregs are gonna be poured out for you to drink and swallow that down. So when you drinking, if you got a beer, you're drinking a glass of beer. At the bottom of that beer, those thick suds and bubbles, that's the bitterest part of the beer, and that represents the dregs. So you got to drink that down. Most bartenders collect beer glasses, and the dregs are still in the cup because most people don't want to swallow that. They don't want to drink that. Well, you're not going to have that luxury, you Edomites, you so-called white man. When you get in heaven, in the kingdom of heaven, you're not going to be able to pass that up to the bartender, and he got to take that, and rinse that out. No, you're going to drink the dregs. You're going to swallow down the bitter, the most harsh, the most crucial parts of slavery. You're going to wring that out, and you're going to drink that. Ain't no escaping that. Can't pass that on to the bartender to rinse that out down the sink. You're going to have to drink that. I mean, you're going to have to accept that, and you have to live and deal with that. This is Revelations. There's a part of coming out here, man, that I truly love, is the fact of revealing the downfall of the so-called white man. Because when you see, when the Most High open your mind and you see everything that goes on around you, you can point your finger at everything that goes wrong in people's lives. You can point to the white man and slap his ID on that. He's the reason. He's the fault. He's the trouble in this earth. He's the cancer. He's the parasite that's in this earth, that's taking over. That's what a parasite does. it gets in the system and it gets comfortable and it starts to run everything in that system to the point where it can control your mind to get you to eat things that it want to eat. That's a parasite right there. And we living in a parasitic condition that the white man is the parasite. And we're the vessel that he's inside and controlling. He controls everything. So he's at fault for everything. Everything that goes bad that goes on. If you could point to the last 10 things that went bad in your life, the white man, he's the spearhead of it. He's behind it. Tell me he's not. One way or another, you run your hand down deep into that rabbit hole, you're gonna pull out the so-called white man. He's the one that's the reason behind whatever bad didn't happen to you. Along with yourself, let's get that straight. We cause a lot of shit that happen to us ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? Most I put hell on you, but you can handle that. What this devil is doing in the earth, he slowly and surely has defiled the earth and put the earth in a cancerous condition to where he don't care, he's killing himself off. He don't give a damn. But that's being the perfect devil. He's the perfect wicked. The wicked's doing his job, so we can't be too pissed off at him. Because if he wasn't doing his job to the perfection, then we would have to suffer this shit for probably a lot longer. But since he being a perfect devil, and the scriptures say that he has set it forth his bounds that he cannot pass, so he has to keep up his wickedness at a certain extent, a certain pace. He has to keep it up because we got to get out of here at a certain time. And because he's being that perfect devil and we seeing the perfection of his wickedness, we can get the fuck up out of here. And that's the beautiful part about it. And like I was saying before, the beautiful part about it that I love is to get out here and tell you devils your downfall, to let you know what your future is. That's the beautiful part. The so-called white man, you think he don't take joy in when he gunned one of our people down in the street, cold murder, and that he walks? He knows that he knows that right now he's the judge, he's the jury, and he's the executioner. Well, all that's gonna stop. All that's gonna stop, partner. You're not gonna continue to be that. You're not gonna see the Most High has given you that. It is probably a reward of being his whipping stick, because that's what the Most High uses. He utilizes the so-called white man as his whipping stick. So back to the scriptures, man. I love bringing out the fact of what's gonna take place with you devils that are roaming and ruling the earth. This is Revelations 18:6. It says, actually I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Talking about the harlot. The harlot is America. America's the harlot that sits on the scarlet colored beast. It sits on one of the beasts. Matter of fact, you look at this sign right here, you see the beast. It represents NATO and the EU, and you see on top of that is a woman.